Oh no, guys, I'm so sorry. My reception dropped, apparently. Periscope problems, hashtag bad reception, hashtag I work in. Hey. So come back, come back. Gonna get all my people back. Hey, Joyce, thanks for staying. Fran, thanks for staying. Let's get you back. I was getting excited. Hi, Fran. I was getting excited because Ricardo was already. Thank you for joining again. Sorry about the reception issue. Thanks for the hearts again. I got so excited because our guy Ricardo was saying already. He was like, "No, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. Not touching my feet." Hey, Wanda, welcome back. Thanks for joining back in. I don't know what happened. What was the last thing you heard me say, Wanda? I know Wanda will tell me, or Fran. Tell me what was the last thing you heard me say, and then I'll pick up from there. Welcome back to Wellness Wednesday with Doc Swiner. We got some technical difficulties on Periscope, but we are good. Let's see if Miss Fran or Miss Wanda will let me know. So today we're talking about Manpering. If you caught the first part, which unfortunately we got cut off short with, but the first part we were talking about was about Manpering and the benefits to men's health. And I think we were talking, getting your feet done. Okay, so we were talking a little bit about, hey, welcome. We were talking about what Manpering is, by the way. If you've never heard the term, it does exist. My husband and I thought we made it up, but we didn't. Pampering session for a man. We found it on Urban Dictionary. And I've been seeing some articles, some research. You know, there are some man spas that are now experts in the whole Manpering thing. And one of my guys on here, I hope he comes back, Mr. Design Incredible Ricardo, was saying that he was like, nobody's touching my feet, so that's out. Which then, you know, begs the question, why is it that it seems that men don't seem as comfortable as women are when it comes to getting, you know, mani-pedis and getting massages and, you know, getting your hair done or getting a haircut, you know, whatever, on a regular basis and calling it stress relief time? Who knows? So if you'll have some ideas out there as to why men don't seem to do it as frequently as women, and that may be changing with modern times, but why is it? You know, who knows? There can be some stereotypical issues, you know, defining what's masculine versus feminine. It can be a touch issue. Ricardo may not like literally people touching the feet. I think some men think it's feminine. Yeah. And I wonder why, because I was bragging about Rick Swiner, which I often do, my hubby, who is a self-identified and proud, but really it's not, right, Fran? He's a self-identified metrosexual. I think most men think it's funny. Karen agrees. He doesn't feel any less manly. He actually feels more manly the more care he's taking, you know, with his appearance. And he actually cuts and shaves, you know, himself. So he makes sure that, you know, his lines are straight and his beard is tight and it's moisturized, and he buys all these products. Son goes buying stuff and I go with my girls. Yeah. So I think it's important. I think it's important, even, but particularly in a professional setting, to look put together, to make sure your hands and nails are clean and presentable. You know, you want to be able to shake people's hands with soft, strong hands. You know, you don't want to be all scaly and dry. You know, you want people to have the right impression. So, you know, from a professional standpoint, I think it's a good look. There are clear medical benefits to Manpering. So I looked it up. So by the way, you know, because I'm Doc Swiner, I'm the Superwoman Complex expert. I talk about women's health a lot. Clearly there is a thing such as Superman complex. I actually looked it up. It's also called the Messiah complex, also called the superiority complex, also called chronic hero syndrome. Every lady loves for her man to have nice hot feet. That's right. You don't want to be rubbing up on feet that are scaly and dry. Yeah, that's not nice. That's not sexy. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Leslie. Welcome back. You guys, do me a favor. Because we lost reception on the first feed, please make sure to share this again with your followers so that they don't come back. Brother gets pedicures and manicures. Yeah. Welcome back, guys. I'm so sorry the reception dropped. Thank you so much for sticking it out with us. I appreciate you coming back. So we're getting into like manicure, pedicures, and all that. So we reviewed that Manpering may not be viewed as masculine enough for a lot of guys. And we reviewed that women agree overwhelmingly that they want their guys to have nice soft skin, especially on their feet. Fran said you don't want feet that are scaly and, like, would you say, walking on hot coals. You don't want that rubbing up on you all the time. I mentioned from a professional setting, you know, keeping your nails nice and clean. These are my men, keeping your skin fairly soft so you give a nice, strong, but manicured handshake. I think is nice. I think it helps. Anyway, so the health benefits are clear. I mean, there's no questioning it. So if we want to get medical for a minute, feature any machines. All right, Joyce. It's, not as romantic, You want soft but strong hands and feet, right? From a medical standpoint, so I saw this on the National Institute of Mental Health. 26%, okay, we're going to get a little heavy. We're going to bring it back to the lightheartedness in a minute, but to get serious for a moment, 26 of all American folks will at some point within a year deal with some mental health issue, whether it's depression, anxiety, some stress-induced situation. So that's 26% every year, okay? Clearly, as a family doc, I see it every day. I'm talking to patients all day long about their stress, their mental health, how are things at work, how are things with their marriage, how are things with the kids. I mean, we get stressed from multiple places in our life and during our day. 26% of us will actually end up having clinical depression, clinical anxiety. So this is, we went to the doctor, we talked about it, we met certain rules and requirements for a certain length of time, and we, hopefully sought treatment, definitely met the requirements for treatment, hopefully sought treatment. Treatment can mean a myriad of things. It can mean therapy, it can mean exercise, it can mean medications and all that. But just think, 26% of us is a pretty big number. So there's more than a quarter of the U.S. will experience it. They found that massages, we're just talking about massages by themselves, or any element of mampering or pampering that involves physical touch. Just think about it. And I mean, this makes logical sense. Physical touch. Many of us go more than a day without having someone hug us, put their hand on our shoulder, rub our back, give us that connection, that physical connection that we need. After massages, they did a study. They compared people's cortisol, which is one of the main stress hormones in our bloodstream, released from the brain. Right, sad but true, right? Just think of how many people go throughout their day or their lives just not being touched enough. They did a physical touch study before and after a massage and found that cortisol, one of the major stress hormones in the body, the level was lowered by 53% after a massage. Clear benefits. Increased cortisol levels can be attributed to, you name it. I like to play a game called 6 Degrees of Separation with Stress. Like, I can relate, if you name a disease, I can name kind of the medical pathway, the hormonal pathway of start to finish, how you got to that diagnosis. And cortisol has to do with the majority of it. Cortisol is related to heart disease, diabetes, weight gain, stroke, cancers, you name it. So just think, without a kiss, there you go, physical touch. Danielle's talking about the importance of physical touch. So every day she's at least getting that one, hopefully many, many more kisses throughout the day, but you're at least getting that kiss throughout the day for physical touch. So the power of touch, and this study that they did through the Mental Health National Institute was specifically about massage. Cortisol decreased by more than 0.5%. No wonder I walk out sometimes of my massage therapy appointments feeling kind of drunk. Not only does it help reduce your cortisol levels, but it gets rid of lactic acid. That's something that's built up in your muscles with tension. It gets rid of, all kinds of bad toxins in the bloodstream and releases them so that you do, if your massage therapist is as good as mine, you wake up feeling kind of woozy, right? That's why they tell you not to drink right before you get a massage, because it can be kind of dangerous, right? It's because all that stuff is being released. And then, of course, they tell you to drink lots of water to get it out, to, pee it out and get rid of that stuff. But how amazing is that? That's just from physical touch, just from a massage, 30 minutes, Swedish massage. It also decreases the amount of adrenaline. Adrenaline, in some ways, clearly we need it. It's the fight or flight hormone. It helps you to get up and go and act in danger or in stressful situations, but you don't need that all the time. High levels of adrenaline and epinephrine all the time are not good for your body. So again, massage lowers that. It showed it immediately. They measured it right before they got a massage and they measured it right after. There was an immediate drop. That's wonderful. So it's clear, people. It's clear. So you may not, like Ricardo, who I wish would join us back, but Ricardo said nobody's touching his feet. And, you may not be into pedicures, but maybe you'll be into a scalp massage and shampoo. Or maybe you'll be into a shoulder or back massage, right? You know about the mani-pedi? Short, clean, clipped with lotion. Is that right? So Danielle's saying that she doesn't necessarily want her man to get a full mani-pedi, but keeping things clipped and, get your cuticles cleared up, that makes a difference, right? Right? I love them too, Karen. I can't do without my mani. Not necessarily my petty. My petty I can wait a couple of weeks, but I got to get my mani together about every 2 to 3 weeks to feel, nice. Even if I'm having a crazy day and, my outfit doesn't feel right or whatever, at least my hands are nice and pretty, and that increases my confidence and self-esteem. And clearly, like we said, there are clear mental health benefits. Let's see if there's something else to mention. So then, other than, the whole masculinity question and men maybe not feeling comfortable, why else would they not go out and do the types of things that we're talking about? Go out and getting manicures, pedicures, massages, acupuncture, acupressure. What is it? What is it? And we'll see if y'all throw some ideas out there. Make sure to give me hearts, and hopefully y'all shared this too. As y'all are thinking, I'm going to throw out money. Maybe it's a money issue. By the way, if you followed me, if you are following me on social media, which I hope that you are, my Facebook page, Doc Swiner, Doc Swiner on Instagram and Twitter, I've been talking, or I talked recently about some constructive feedback I got back. I got the feedback that my advice may not be relatable to all women, all people. It may, if you read my first book, it talks a lot about some of the ways that you can avoid the superwoman complex, which I think has to do with men too. And someone said, the book was great, but maybe it doesn't relate to, those folks who are blue collar or maybe don't have degrees or didn't go to college and work, quote unquote, regular jobs. And I got really good feedback. So, and I didn't put it on there because I wanted people just to support me and say, yay, you're perfect and what you're saying is great. I wanted to hear, is what I'm talking about relatable to all people across the board? All races, all nationalities, socioeconomic, men, women. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate that because I do want to make this plain. I want to make this plain to men and to women is that taking care of yourself, decrease stress, living a more stress-less lifestyle can actually prevent medical, physical, and mental disease. And so it's very important to know that I'm kind of reaching out to more people. The Spa Spa syndicator to women, to feminine environment for most men. So you're right, Danielle. So there have been a lot of men's spas popping up. So I've seen that. They've been catering more to the more masculine style of things to draw more men in. Or a lot of barbershops or places where the men get their hair cut have been, bringing in other services. So they can, they're there at the barbershop doing their masculine thing. But if you want to get a quick manicure, pedicure, you can do that on the side. If you want to get this done, you can do that on the side. So yeah, I think the world is understanding this stuff, natural and alternative medicine more and stress relief more. And so we're a fan of that. But let's talk about money. So do you have to have millions of dollars and all this stuff to do the manpering, to do the pampering that I think is important? My husband actually introduced me to that. Really? Do you like it, Kendra? Do you like massage? Some people either love it or hate it. It's like black or white. There's not a whole lot of middle ground. You either get people who like Ricardo. Right. It's a must to me. Ricardo, who I want to come back. Mr. Design Incredible said, nobody's touching his feet. So he probably would hate massage. I think physical touch is wonderful. Working out the tension. I have chronic tension in my shoulder and my back. I think it's necessary. So it keeps me from popping ibuprofens all the time. The less medicine, the better. You like couple massages? Yeah, I think myself. Yeah, we did couple massages a couple of times. It was cool. We held hands. It was sweet. But he snores. Oh no, he would hate that I'm telling you that. So I like to get quiet ones by myself. He's not here. Don't tell him I said that. So anyway, you either love it or hate it. It's either black or white with massages, but I'm a fan. So, but cost. You do not have to pay thousands of dollars at the high end, spas. You can, if you can, God bless. It's a treat. Do it. But we're talking about, checking on things like Groupon, checking on things like Living Social for, free giveaways or, places that have a chain. Massage Envy, Kendra agrees, is very affordable. $30 a month, and you get a free massage every month when you pay it, plus discounts on other things. We're not talking about the $200, right? We're not talking about the $200 packages every week, which again, if you can do it, God bless you. Wish I were you. But yeah, Massage Envy. You can even go to some of these schools that teach students, where they're learning how to do hair, learning how to do massage, learning how to do mani-pedis, and get a student to do these services for cheap. There are a lot of places like Aveda has a hair school, or it's not coming to me. There's one that starts with an M. Can you adopt me if you get a So I cannot afford it. Karen would like to be adopted if you can't afford to do the high price spa treatments. Kendra says there's a good school or like a massage therapy clinic. You can go to the student or the schools, the hair schools. Okay, in Siler City, there's one, Miller Mott. Miller Mott has a chain of schools. They do student discounted things. So, they have to learn and have to get their hours in order to become certified where they can do things for cheap. So, like, I'd gone there to get my hair done for like $20. I know there are people that can do massages for less than that. So, use your resources. You do not have to be a millionaire to take good care of yourself. You could do your own manicure at home. If you get a nice manicure set that you buy from the store, you can do your own manicures and it can be therapeutic. You can buy a foot massager from Walmart, from Target, do your foot massages. You can get Epsom salt from the store and take your Epsom salt bath, which, relaxes your muscles. I mean, this is not about having a membership to, some high price spa that you have to pay every month. But, some of this stuff does cost money, and it's about your priorities. So if you prioritize your health, your mental health, your stress relief, as much as you do, about to step on some toes, your Starbucks coffee every day, or that Netflix subscription that you may not use, you may have to prioritize and nip and tuck and take away, but your health is important. So guys, if you're not, stepped on some toesies. Oh, look, Kendra said, what the Starbucks, sorry. But no, cutting back on things that may not be as necessary, prioritizing those things that you find important. You got to make that call. So Manpering, fellas and ladies, since it's just us on here, share this with your favorite guys. Manpering is positive. Women, we are in support of you, men getting your Manpering on. Having a day or two during the month where you go and do your thing, or per week you go do your thing, just like we want to do our thing. But go and get some stress relief. Go and decrease that cortisol, decrease that adrenaline. Come back happier, feeling fresher, newer, lower heart rate, lower blood pressure, all that good stuff, so you can take good care of yourself. All right? Thank you so much for joining me. Sorry about the reception problems. I don't know what happened with my phone, but I'm so happy that you guys stuck with me. By the way, I've decided, I think I'm going to keep things kind of, consolidated. Thank you very much, to Wellness Wednesdays for now. I think I'm just going to do my once a week Periscopes for now. I was doing twice a week, but I think if we join together once a week, we'll have more people hopefully involved and interacting. So, you don't want to overkill people with social media. So for right now, we'll stick with Wellness Wednesdays for now. And, if there's extra time on the weekends, I may come back in for like a Superwoman. Thank you, Fran. I appreciate you. I want to say, are you doing some periscoping more? I want to join you to make sure you're doing your thing too. We did a social media seminar on a Saturday a couple of months ago, and Fran was there, and I hope that she's using a lot of those good tips. All right, guys, I'm going back to work. Y'all have a good rest of your hump day, and I will see you soon. Stay tuned. The Superwoman Complex, a follow-up visit is coming. It's at Printers, and so I'm hoping that within the next 1 to 2 weeks we'll have it in our hands. So love y'all. See y'all so much. Make sure to share this with your followers on Twitter and Periscope, and I appreciate you. Namaste. Bye-bye.